I thought I'd share a little known feature about the Audi B5 with you guys. Many of you probably already know this if you've got an Audi B5. Mine is the facelift, the 99 to 2001 model, and the convenience control module in the car allows you to open the windows using the key fob on a very, very hot day. So if you press and you hold the key fob in the unlocked position, you hold it down, the windows will all open at the same time. So you can see they're all open. And if you press and you hold the lock button, they will all close. And as you can see, the car is in the locked position. Normally when that light starts flashing, there's one in the other door as well. When that light starts flashing, the interior sensor is set, so if anything moves inside the car, it'll set the sensor off and the alarm will start sounding. So yeah, I thought I'd just share that little bit of information with you guys. As you can see, I have my Jag here as well at the moment, and normally when I'm filming my Audi, the Jag is not here. It's normally at the dealer, and when I'm filming my Jag, my Audi is usually at the dealer, but for a change I have both cars in the garage. There is a problem with the Audi. Well, there's several problems with the Audi. It's got to go into the dealer to have the brake pedal assembly redone. Well, it's got to be replaced. I did a separate video on that, and I showed you guys what was actually wrong with the brake pedal, what was causing it to rattle, because it rattles when you go over bumps. It's extremely jarring because it comes through on the accelerator pedal and it feels like the whole thing is just loose. So I'm having that done next week, and when the car idles with the aircon not running, it has a skip in the idle. It's kind of I don't know how to explain it, but it almost sounds like it's got a misfire. Now it could be a foul plug, I don't know. But I'll have them look at that at the same time the car goes in for the brake pedal repair. So neighborhood dogs are going berserk, and the Jag. Just incidentally, on the Jag, I've been doing some homework on the forums, the Jaguar forums, and my Jag has 89,000 kilometers on the clock right now, and a lot of the guys have been mentioning problems with differentials and transmissions. Now, I don't have any problems with my car. I don't hear any whine when I'm driving it coming from the differential. I mean, the gearbox is very, very smooth. The transmission shifts smoothly. It always acts, you know, like it should. But I've become very concerned about this. So what I've decided to do is, on the car's next service, I'm going to have the differential serviced. In other words, I'm going to have the lube changed, the oil in the differential changed, and I'm going to have them do a transmission service, which involves replacing the oil pan, which is plastic, because this is a ZF gearbox. This car is a ZF transmission. I think it's called a 6HP26 transmission, and that transmission has a plastic oil sump, and the filter for the gearbox is actually it's built into that plastic oil sump, so the whole thing has to be replaced, and it comes with the gasket and already on it. So you just drop off the old one, drain the oil out first, drop off the old one, put the new one in, and then you refill it. It's quite an expensive service, that, but I would rather do that than not do it, and find that my transmission ends up blowing out on me, down the line. I don't know how long I'm still going to have the car, but I might have it longer than I think, and I might as well just have it done, because I can't say, well, I'm going to get rid of the car soon, so I don't really care. I'm never like that with my cars. I think the time is also coming for the Audi to move on. I don't know how long I'm going to actually have this car. Maybe I will sell it this year. As for the Jag, I'm going to have the differential serviced and the transmission. I don't have any oil leaks on either of the cars, actually. But these guys have been saying, a lot of guys have been saying they've had to replace differentials, they've had, premature bearing wear, and that they usually give trouble from about 80,000 kilometers onwards. Now my car's got 89,000 kilometers on the clock, and so far so good. So I'm not going to push the envelope with that one. I think I'd rather just have it serviced and do it and make sure I know that it's done. And then, in addition to that, the car has got to have its annual service. So, I'm going to have all that taken care of. The Audi had a transmission service year before last, and its transmission is actually very good. It's got a 5-speed Tiptronic. The Jag is a 6-speed ZF gearbox in it, and it's also smooth. Both cars, I actually have to say, you can barely feel the shifts. The Audi is so smooth. For an old car like this, it's pretty smooth. I've also read quite a lot about guys having problems with these Tiptronic gearboxes, and I think you have problems with a gearbox when you don't look after it. Now, according to Jaguar, the Jag's gearbox is it's unserviceable. It's not supposed to be serviced according to them. It's lifetime oil that they say is in the car. Now, their lifetime and our lifetime are two different things. I think when they say lifetime, they mean until the actual warranty runs out. Now, the warranty has run out on my car, so I don't give a shit what they say. I'm doing the diff and I'm doing the transmission, irrespective. And if you have a Jaguar XF, I would recommend that you do that too. They say every 30,000 miles you should change your tranny oil. That's 45,000 kilometers. So every 45,000 kilometers I do the Audi, or every 3 years. So whichever comes first. If you don't do a lot of miles in the car, then do it every 3 years, or every 2 years even. The Audi will be done every 2 years. If I still have it again long enough, it will be done again this year. And because it was done now 2 years ago, so when its next service comes up. So I would recommend doing it. It's worth it, and it protects your car. So the transmission and okay, the Audi doesn't have a diff at the back, but the Jag has. Whether it's a limited slip diff, I don't know. I don't really know much about the Jag. I know more about the Audi because I've had to do quite a lot to it myself. The Jag's not a car I would prefer to work on by myself, because I don't really know much about the car, and it just seems a little daunting, I guess, to even think of working on this car myself. So yeah, just those couple of tips. If you have a Jag or you have an Audi. And by the way, the Jag actually does the same thing the Audi does. If you hold the key fob down, all the windows go down and all the windows go up. So it's a feature that most cars have these days. But I just thought it was quite unique for the Audi because it's a very old car, and you wouldn't think that a 99 model would have that feature. I mean, this car is now 99, 2009. It's, well, in a couple of years' time, it's 20 years old, you know, and so far so good. I'm not really sure what's going on with the idle. It could be a breather hose that's clogged, it could be a fouled spark plug, it could be whatever. I'm just taking the car to the dealer and we'll see what they say. And hopefully it's nothing serious. You know, it is due for a cam belt change, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But anyway, thanks for watching.